Yo, would you fold laundry with me? That's right. There's another episode of Folding Laundry with just another gym guy. Hey, it's weekly and it's something we got to do, right? So, in case you don't know, this show is about me folding laundry and hopefully folding it with you or just giving you something to listen to while you're getting some chore tasks done. There's nothing too crazy, just chatting back and forth and looking forward to anything you have to say in the comments that I could talk about next week. So, go grab that pile of laundry that you have on the bed or sitting in the corner or still sitting in the dryer. I'll be right here. I'll get my laundry. Oh, let me put that back down now. So yeah, before we get started, I'll go over how I usually fold and put away my laundry. It's my own way of being efficient. I use these 16 by 16 dividers for my small shirts, tank tops, up to mediums, depends. And then I use these larger dividers for anything that's bigger, roll up and put them in. Then everything gets to go into giant gray cubes. So these are super awesome because you can fit 4 of those 16 by 16s in here and quite a few of those other ones in here. You can also have one like me where it's just all your unfoldables. So you just toss stuff in, boom, boom, boom. Like I don't fold my shorts. Socks, I don't do socks anymore, tank tops. You just throw them in different ones, throw them in the same one, good to go. I like to tuck them under my bed. And then I also have a linen closet that's filled with just all my shirts. You can also use the cubes to store your jeans as well as sweatpants. So I put all my sweatpants in them, and then I do have one that has like my go-to jeans, like 4 pairs that I kind of always go to, and I leave those underneath my bed as well, so I can just pull it out, grab a pair when I need to, go take a shower, I'm ready to go. And I think that's it for my folding stuff. So yeah, this week I did write down things during the week that I wanted to talk about. So if you see me looking down, that's me basically looking at my notes. If you also see me looking down, that's me folding clothes. So that's the whole point of this, is us just getting something done together. You know what I'm talking about? So I figured I would start doing check-ins at the beginning of this, energy check-ins, how the week's going, stuff like that, while I'm grabbing my shirts out. So this week for me, energy-wise, I'm lucky to have any energy right now. I work out 6 days a week. By day 6, it is just so hard to get through. And I make my day 6 easier. So it's Saturday. I make my day 6, Saturday is my day 6. And then Sunday is my rest day, do laundry, reset. You reset the week. But before we talk about resetting, I guess I'll talk about this week. So not a ton of energy because I'm sure if you have a job, you know, job stresses and stuff. And then I'm actually a software developer. I specialize in test, and now I also specialize in incorporating AI. So what that means is I all the stuff that I used to do, I'm now working with an AI to do, but AI isn't really as great as everyone makes it seem. In other words, it's not there yet. It makes a ton of mistakes. So my job is more babysitting it, looking over it, knowing how to communicate with it, and then finding annoying flaws and creating rules so that those flaws hopefully no longer happen, and creating new processes for the company so that it almost becomes dummy proof for someone to go in and prompt the AI to do whatever job it needs to within the code database. So if that made sense, whatever. It's kind of a lot of it's new stuff. I don't even know what my title should be at this point because we haven't changed titles. But yeah, so that's what I do, and I get different full-time contracts. I work from home, and on Friday I lost the contract because I was with a company that finds me contracts, and it's been scarce on placing lately. So they were already paying me for a while without actually having to work, and they just cut me free. So where's my energy at? My energy is kind of low, but we're here. It's break day. It's reset day, and that's kind of what laundry is for us, right? Like, it's a day where you could just reset. It's part of your reset. You're resetting your wardrobe. You know what I'm saying? You're making it where every day when you go to grab something, it's where it's supposed to be, and you're not searching through a pile or anything. It's making you feel like a little bit better. Like that is something that I did and got done, regardless of everything else happening in life. It's like keeping your place clean and having that help your sanity. Because if it's a mess, that doesn't help when you're feeling down, depressed, or just anxiety because the rest of the world's going nuts. So yeah, do your laundry. Fold some laundry. It's good for you. Good for your brain. Try not to think of it as a chore. Like I said, we're just resetting. If you meal prep, you meal prep. You reset your clothes like I was talking about. If your Sunday is like mine, and you're just doing all these reset things, it's almost like meditation. It's a mental reset. This dude just said reset 1,000 times. That's because I guess I'm trying to get it to sink in, not only for you, but for me. Because it's also a reset of like, all right, whatever happened last week happened. Even the things that I'm worried about that are going to happen on Monday may or may not happen. But I'm going to come into it fresh because I'm going to give myself today to mentally get fresh, to prepare myself for the week. That's why I'm folding clothes with this gym guy. Because we're going to go into that week. We're going to beat that week's ass. Yes, we are. We're going to beat that week. Get hype, motherfuckers. So, yeah. When you're doing laundry, it makes me think a lot about stuff that goes into just having a healthy life and working out and all that, healthy relationships. You know, we're doing this, and a lot of people don't like doing laundry. And it takes discipline to do it. There are reasons to be motivated, like I just talked about, motivated so that every day you feel a little better because your laundry's already done. You're just picking it out and then filling up your hamper, and next week you'll get that reset in again. So you could say, like, yeah, that motivates me to just get it done. But for the most part, if you don't like doing it, and you're like, man, I could just pick it out all week, then it takes discipline to get it done. And that's the same thing that happens in the gym. That's the same thing that happens with dieting. That's the same thing that happens in relationships. You got to have discipline because the motivation or the little nice feeling that you feel sometimes isn't always going to be there. But that doesn't mean you don't show up. You get what I'm saying? Showing up. I'm comparing laundry to the rest of life. It's something to get done. It helps you out. You show up. You got to show up even for the dull moments. When you know you're going to sit down and you're going to get it done, or you know you're going to meal prep, that's one less decision you have to make. One less decision on what you're going to be doing on, let's say, Sunday, because that's my reset day. Like, I know, like, hey, I got to do this. I got to get my, like, pills ready for the week. Although I do mine for every 2 weeks now. I tried doing it for a month. So, like, having all my pills, like, supplements and medications in the containers for, like, a whole month. But then with the stuff that needs to be prescribed and picked up, most of the time they're not trying to give you, like, a refill a month early. So now I just do 2 weeks. And it's been working out well. That's another thing that I do. And that's another efficiency time saver, which is all this stuff is. You get it done now, it becomes more efficient. You pick out, where your clothes are at, you're on the go. You meal prep. You don't have to worry about that shit. You just grab it and go. You set your pills out for the week. You don't have to open. Think about the time you save opening all those damn containers. Every day, you just open them once. The pill containers. I wrote down this weird thing like, do you dress different when nobody sees you? Is it because that's comfortable and that's more you? Is it because you're like, I don't give a fuck? And then do you ask yourself, well, why do I give a fuck when people are there? Or why do you have to dress differently around other people? Those people can't accept you. Screw them. Pajamas to work. I wear pajamas off camera. Who are you when no one's watching? That's a weird thing to talk about during a laundry video. I'm a human being. No. Jeez, my shirt got ripped up from like taking it off so many times. My tank top, it's a Youngblood tank top. They basically stay nice and stretchy forever, so I don't want to get rid of it, but I am going to have to order more. What do you guys think? Are you like, there's a rip in the back, dude. Get rid of it. I should. Because on top of that, I'm like, I ripped it. I need to order another 3-pack of tank tops. And it's like, bro, it's one tank top and you already own way too many. But it's such a good excuse, right? There's a tiny stain on whatever shirt. We need to go shopping. Nah, I've been on that retail therapy, which is funny when the reason why you need therapy is because of money or something. But then you're like, you know what makes me feel better? Spending money. No, lately I've been getting back into doing all these projects that I just kind of let sit there for a year. Like different spaces where I could film, not just this space that I have almost set up but not totally set up. I'm going to be setting up finally. I've been fixing up my gym even more. The whole thing looks like a gym now. So it's not just this side, which I really enjoy. It's crazy because that's even like how I was talking about keep your house clean or at least keep a certain space clean you can go to and chill and like your brain, your little reset chill spot. I don't know what else to call it. It's like you got to have a space you can go to that isn't dirty, hectic, whatever, because life's already hectic and you can just breathe. So yeah, I know that that's a fact that you have to keep some stuff clean. But like with the gym, I never really thought about it, but I'm noticing it's the same thing. Like when I had a bunch of half done parts of the gym or a bunch of parts of the gym that were just sitting around on the floor as like a one day I'm going to hang that shelf. One day I'm going to put these characters up. And since I'm going to do that one day, I should leave all these tools and shit just sitting there. And I had the other half of my gym like that for a year. And I finally just did it all, or did a lot of it, and then moved the junk out, or moved the stuff out that my gym isn't ready for yet. So when it's ready, I'll bring it back in and put it where it needs to be. And dang, man, it like made it more fun to work out. It just feels better in here because it feels like a gym. It doesn't feel like, oh, that's that place with gym equipment and then a bunch of garbage everywhere. So if that works for me, it could probably work for you with whatever your space is. A lot of people will say, because like I buy, like I like to hang artwork. I have like, little statue figure things from anime or whatever, collectibles, like the tablet from Indiana Jones, stuff like that. And people are like, man, that's just a waste. Like, what a waste of money. You own all this shit. And I think, yeah, when it becomes hoarding, cluttering, you got no space for it. That's not good for your mental, like we were just talking about. But then on the opposite side, when you have it nice and neat and presents it around you in a certain way, and these are things that you love, that makes your space. It's like the opposite of having a dirty room. You would be like, the opposite is having a clean room. Well, I'm saying if you have a dirty room, it messes with your head more when your head's already going through stuff. It doesn't help. Having a clean room, like, puts you on an even playing ground. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's better than having a dirty room. Having a space that really feels like you, calms you down, has whatever your shit in there, your nostalgia, your memories, and it's just put out in a way where it's not a mess. That's like the opposite of a mess, where like it will make your brain better. It'll make you feel better. It'll make your day better. It'll drop your anxiety. You know what I'm saying? So is it a waste to go buy these things and do these things? I don't think so. I don't think so. So that goes with anything, like your knickknacks, your family photos. Like, I'm not trying to say like you have an excuse to go spend all the money in the world on a bunch of what other people would call crap. But man, if it means something to you, get it. Do it if you can afford it. Because it's not just a piece of crap when it brightens your day and it takes away your stress in a certain way. It's kind of like fancy gym clothes. Or I guess fancy any clothes, but to me, I think gym clothes. Like, yeah, they might cost more. And they're not going to change anything. You could show up wearing anything and hit the gym. But sometimes they do give you like that little mental boost. You're just like, you know what? These are more comfortable. Or I really like how I look in this specific type like of clothing. However they do their blends or their cuts, it really fits me. It costs a bit more. Whatever. You might wear, maybe you like wearing bright orange. That's your thing. Then fucking do that shit. I say it's worth it. If you're doing it for you. If you're doing it just for some status shit with other people, I don't think that's really worth it. Like if for some reason you're like, I love Gucci. And you're doing it for you and you're not doing it to be like, I got a Gucci bag. Then I say, do it. Gucci it up. My friend and I, we use the term Gucci. Gucci's like a adjective for us. Like, in other words, like, I don't know, like if you're getting the more expensive version of something, it's just like, oh, that's all Gucci. That's got all the trimmings and shit. Just cool. Just makes me smile even thinking about having those conversations. Well, we went off on a whole different side tangent from what I was planning on talking about. Hopefully some of this was entertaining. Hopefully you got some stuff done. I'm almost at the bottom of my laundry. Sorry. It looks like it might be mostly socks and stuff. Oh, I just folded this for the wrong one. See what I mean? This is one of the ones that has to go in those other containers. So I have to make sure I fold it thin enough there. And when I fold it like this, stuff it in here. Like that. I'm going to leave my socks in the barrel. And when I get upstairs, I'll just throw them in the cube that they go into. What's the coolest thing you own? And it doesn't have to be like cool to other people. I mean cool to you. That's what matters to me. What's cool to you and what's the coolest thing you own? You could say it's this fork that my grandma left me, it's so dope because she had that shit during the Civil War. I don't, and she stabbed a motherfucker in the eye with it and then kept it. And we've been eating with it for generations. Not everybody knows the story, but that's the coolest thing I own. See, like some story like that. It doesn't have to be like that. The coolest thing you can own could be like, I have this statue of Vegeta. Ah, shoot. I'm down with that. Vegeta, Vegeta, Vegeta. Coolest thing you can own could be a shirt of Over the Garden Wall. I watch Over the Garden Wall every year around fall. I'm gonna make it fit. Yeah, if you've never seen Over the Garden Wall, I'd recommend it. I don't know, it's cute. All right. So I filled this. I have the ones I showed you in the other one. What I do from here is I'll take this out there. I'll go where I have all my shirts, and then everything's labeled. Every cube is labeled with the brand or the theme genre that's inside of it. I'll pull them out. I'll plug these in where they go because they already have just like open squares of their own in there. And all my stuff will be reset. Like I said, doing laundry is a reset. Look at it that way. It's not a chore, it's a reset. It takes some discipline, but it's definitely worth the outcome. Now I'm going to grab this cube. I don't know if you guys can see this giant stack of sweatpants, but I'm just going to slide those in. There we go. We did laundry. I did it. Hopefully you did it. Chatted. I'm going to let you go now. And be cool. Have a good week. Try to stay mentally strong. I know it's hard out there. It's rough. There's crazy things going on in the world right now. But you know what? Just try to take it day by day. If your day sucks, then live in the future with your mind. You know what I'm saying? Make plans. I hope you guys do well. And I'll see you next week. Well, we'll just reset again. So if the week fucking sucks, hey, we're going to reset next Sunday, right? All right. I'll see you later. Peace.